I won't hesitate to say that he is the first pan-India superstar. Thank you so much, sir. You know, ek alag aayam diya hai. You've taken it a notch higher. The entire business of films, the entire emotions of cinema. How does it feel to be here, sir?
Thank you. You've been supporting from Bahubali. Thanks a lot for the whole press, everyone. And I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
We are also super happy, super excited to have you here, sir. And now to invite on stage the entire Kamal Ka crew. We'll start with the director Sahab, ladies and gentlemen, the person who's seen all this here. Give it up for RadheShyam Kumar, ladies and gentlemen. The man with the vision, the man who's given us this masterpiece, this gem of a movie. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Welcome. What do you have to say to the media, sir? Is taraf?
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful evening to see you all guys here, and we are happy to promote our film today. And we are very excited about the film, and I hope that everybody will be also excited. First of all, I would like to thank Bhushan sir. Thank you so much for supporting us from the beginning and everything. And Pramod sir and Vikram sir and Pooja, thank you so much. And last, my man, my hero, Prabhas sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for
amazing, amazing. After the directors, I'd like to invite on stage the producers. And sabse pehle, the name that's synonymous to path-breaking and super duper hits. You know, jitna kaha jaye utna kam hai. He is someone who's been a part of each and every film, uski puri journey. One of the biggest and the most versatile producers, filmmakers, ladies and gentlemen of the industry, who's also the producer of this magnum opus. Give it up for Mr. Bhushan Kumar, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, every time he comes here with his trademark smile, उससे ही पता लग जाता है box office में क्या होने वाला है. So there he comes. Welcome, sir. After a long time. So talking about the journey of this movie, you know, from 2022 to till date, अब जब ये release होने को तैयार है, how do you see it, not just as a producer but also a creative mind, जिनका हमेशा ये बहुत जोश लगता है, पूरा sweat लगता है, money लगता है, of course.
First of all, always excited to work with Prabhas and the entire team, Pramod. The director has done a great job in the film. Means the visuals when I saw for the first time, I saw for the when we were making the songs. So I saw the visuals because they have shot the songs, and then I saw the visuals. It was very big visuals which we saw. So again, very excited about it. And as I said, Prabhas is like means we have a family relation now because we are doing so many films together.
Nice, then.
Yeah, as we move on, we will do that. But all the best to the entire team. Everybody has worked very hard, and you can see the kind of work they have done. So all the very best to everyone.
So the ear-to-ear smile says it all. वो पता लग रहा है. Please, you know, we have to talk about the music also. This is for the first time, you know, Ensemble of Stars is what we usually talk about. But here, एक film के लिए अलग music. So for the first time it is happening. What do you have to say on that?
Music composers, different music composers are not for the first time, but
songs.
Because see this time we have done means for the South we have taken the different composers and the lyric writers, and for the Hindi different ones. This is done for the first time, and I'm very happy this new thing has worked. And normally, you know, when you make songs here and you dub it in Telugu, or you make songs in Telugu and dub it in Hindi, it's always sometimes, you know, you can't match the expectations of the audience in both languages. So this is a very unique thing which we did, and I'm very happy it is very successful.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Kishan Kumar couldn't be here, unfortunately, but he sent in his best wishes as a producer, as a film lover. And now to invite on stage, we have this brilliant gentleman who's backed some wonderful projects in the past, and I'm sure he's going to do that in the future too. UV Creation se Pramod sir ke liye zordar taaliyan. Come on, make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for the producers out here. Sir, I have a question for you. You have to answer that question for us. Sir, touted as the movie that will definitely get all the viewers, the audiences back to the theaters. What do you have to say on that, sir? Itni sari expectations, all the expectations, sir.
First of all, thanks for the press coming in, raising this event. First time, Prabhas is one of the main point that people love to come and see theaters, and the visuals, and of course the chemistry between Prabhas and Pooja plays an important role. I think they're going to create magic on the screen apart from our visuals. And I strongly believe that the content and the visuals of the film will definitely pull the audience.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And now to invite on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the leading lady and someone who's gorgeous and at the same time superbly talented. Give it up for Pooja Hegde, ladies and gentlemen. Zordar taaliyan for this gorgeously talented actor over here. इससे पहले भी she's proved her mettle, and I'm sure आगे भी यही होगा. Welcome, Pooja. Thank you so much for being here. And we were talking about Prerna, we were talking about Vikramaditya, as you said. He's not going to tell us anything. But please tell us, just spill some beans, give us some secret into this movie, something जो अभी तक नहीं पता है.
A secret is that, I don't know if it's a secret, but I think the film is beautiful. I would say look at it like a fantasy love story. It's a visual feast, but at the same time the emotion hits you hard, It's about fate, it's about science, and that's the main thing is all that I'm gonna say. Prerna is like, I've given my heart and soul, I want to say, for this character. It's one of my favorite characters I've ever played. It was a very difficult one to do also. I think I've left a little bit of my soul with my character. So I hope you guys like it, and I'm super excited and super nervous. I have like butterflies in my stomach right now.
We also have the gentleman जिनका नाम मतलब म्यूजिक का नाम आता है तो उनका नाम भी होता है. Mr. Pukutti is here, Rasul Pukutti Saab. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. The man who's actually done a lot for the country, for the music, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you for being a part of this movie. And I'm sure you've done your magic one more time, जो कि हमको देखने को मिलेगा when the movie releases on 11th March. What do you have to say about this entire experience, sir?
Nothing short of what you can call humongous.
It is.
It's two original films. It's very difficult to conceive two original films at the same time. One in Telugu and one in Hindi. Hindi is like Bhushanji said, it was necessary to compose music for Hindi film, songs for Hindi film. Needed to be put together, mixed together, edited together, because the sensibilities are different. But essentially, and also keeping the essence of the movie is the same. At core, it's a love story, and it has its own essence, and keeping that the same, but cater to, I think it's the first time in the country to have, also to conceive it and do it, take a Telugu shot and Hindi shot and have Telugu actors and Hindi actors, and they themselves doing their own dubbing in Hindi, and we did try to do sing song in the first schedule, and then because of the pandemic then we couldn't do that, but they did a marvelous job of keeping, thank you so much for lending your voices to us so that we can play with it and make it to distinctly original film. Thank you.
Amazing. Please.
I think he's like spot on about that, because I feel like they're the same film, but they're two different films at the same time, because we used to shoot everything twice. One was Hindi, and it was so funny because we used to probably get the emotion in the Hindi shot, and then we would be very excited, and suddenly Radha sir would be like, Telugu is still left. So I'm like, okay, fine. So it's two different films also because of the people, the energies, their different characters bring in their own energies. So please watch it, because even the music, they're two different tracks. So I think you guys could actually watch two films and feel differently about each.
Thank you so much. We also have UV Creations se Vikram sir, another producer of this movie. We want him to kindly, come here and share a little bit of his wisdom. Sir, हमको भी producer बनाइए.
Vicky, the star.
Please tell us some, sir. थोड़ा सा तो बोलना पड़ेगा. We all love you.
Thank you for
Sir, थोड़ा सा बोला था man of few words, sir. You just. We'll get the chairs, but before that, sir, just very important question. This one's to the director, Saab, and of course Prabhas, sir. They say, there's a saying that painting the town red, but this time you've painted the trains RadheShyam, and not just Delhi or Mumbai. It's in the entire country. We have these national trains from up north to down south, colored in the color of RadheShyam. Whose idea was it, sir?
I think the producers should answer that. They spent too much money on love story, on me, and the publicity. So I think Pramod sir is happy.
Because only one reason, because he's darling Prabhas.
क्या बात है sir? He's just nailed it. He's darling Prabhas. Of course, your fans, जितने भी darlings हैं, let me tell you here, they've been, they are on social media. They've been waiting for this day. They are waiting for 11th March, and it is a short blockbuster.
You have
Congratulations.
been waiting for this for last 8 months or 1 year.
So we'll take the chairs now, and we'll take the questions from the media. But before that, a quick photo op you want? Yeah, we'll have a quick photo op with this team. That's it. One second. And we'll do the solos later, right? Yeah. Thank you.
యాభై ఇంకా తలకాయలు వస్తుంది ప్రభాస్ గారు వీడియో వేస్తానండి
Thank you so much. Now we'll take the questions, right? Ji. Okay. We'll do that. We will do that. Beimani nahi. So we'll have the chairs and request the core cast to stay back. Thank you so much.
So actually, writers and director opened the thing. I was part of it. So yes, actually, Bahubali started to open a lot of things. Yeah.
And do you, you just said that star and actors, So I want to ask, do you agree that for a film to run successfully, a star is needed, And what do you consider yourself as a star or as an actor?
I want to ask you this. Yeah.
Yes, please.
You have seen and heard the international level also now here. Somewhere Titanic kind of feeling even I got. So where will you rate the audio section over here? And what is so special about Prabhas and Pooja when it comes to audio level? Their peculiar, any favorite thing about their audio?
Actually, I shouldn't say this. It's very pompous to say this. But when I actually saw the first cut, I told Radha, I call him India's James Cameron. Radha James Cameron is what I generally call him in my messages and all that. I said the climax is bigger than Titanic. The way it has been done, I mean, I don't want to break all the Q factor of the film. That's what I genuinely felt. So it posed me a huge challenge. See, again, it's a love story. Titanic was also a love story. Comparisons are going to come, but don't compare it. I'm saying this is more of a La La Land, I would say. For me, personally speaking. And when you deal with films like this and you want to make it international, like yesterday when we were watching the reels with Prabhas, he was actually saying it's sounding international, it's looking international. It's like, but at the same time, it is a love story that comes from Indian cinema. Like Faridun said, you talked about Indian cinema, now we are talking about Indian cinema. I should say historically it is wrong. There were a lot of South Indian films have had Indian are the actors from the North and South Indian film was actually identified as Indian cinema. If you look at the 70 years of India's cinematic history.
To your right here. Okay, so my question is to you that now the Hindi audience basically has a perception that you are going to come in Hindi theatres only for action films. So would you want to change that perception? And the second question is to Pooja. That Pooja, you know, we have seen all the romance when it comes to the women in the film. So do you also want to come to the action side of it?
First, should I?
No, Sebastian, please go ahead.
So I like the films which I'm doing, like Purush or Nagi's project, are like the biggest action films. Every 2-3 films I want to try something different. In Telugu also I was an action hero from my first film, but I did Darling and Mr. Perfect, which worked. They were big hits, and I don't want the audience to get bored or fix it like that. I can do only action. There is action in RadheShyam, but you know, not Dishum, but we have action. You can see the visuals and all. So yeah, I don't want the audience to get bored of me, so I want to try something.
You know, I honestly think that Hindi has seen love stories, and we have some iconic love stories with DDLJ and all of that. But I also feel that we, as an audience, sometimes want to see more love stories which aren't happening. So I'm hoping, which is why Kabir Singh did really well, you know. So I hope that with this film also people enjoy the love aspect of it. And when it comes to the action, I would say just wait for my next announcement. That's all I'm gonna say. But very excited. I definitely want to, do something with action, because I feel that as a young girl, I look up to women who have played major action sequences and done roles like that where, you know, she's been the badass of the film, you know, and growing up I've seen that, I've loved it, and I hope that through my choices in my films I could probably inspire another little Pooja. So I hope that happens very soon, and it will. Just give me a few months for my next announcement.
Hi, congratulations to the entire team. The teaser, the trailer, everything is excellent, excellent. Yeah. Just to add an extension to the question what one of my colleague had asked, Prabha ji, कभी किसी लड़की को impress करने के लिए पामिश आप बने थे? It could be for Pooja and Bhushan also.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Pooja, कभी आपने कुछ किया, अभी इस तरह से किया है शायद कॉलेज में या कभी किसी
मैं तो definitely we did some. Maybe. Yeah, I saw Pooja's hand in the film. Yeah.
भूषण जी, आपसे जानना चाहिए कभी आप कभी लड़की को इम्प्रेस करने के लिए हो सकता है बहुत बार इस तरह से कॉलेजेस में हम लोग ट्राई करते थे एक लड़की का हाथ पकड़ना हो तो यू बिकम अ पामिस्ट एक्चुअली नहीं आई हैव नेवर ट्राइड दैट प्रमोद वाज टेलिंग मी ही हैज ट्राइड टोल्ड मी ना
हेलो पूजा योर सेंटर राहुल हियर मेरा सवाल ये था आपसे कि प्रभास के साथ काफ़ी वक्त बिताया आपने शूटिंग के दौरान कुछ ऐसा जो ऑडियंस नहीं जानती है फैंस नहीं जानते प्रभास के बारे में आप बताइए
I think the image is that he's a shy person, but I think he's actually if he warms up to the people and around his friends, he is actually a fun person and very jovial is what I would say. So that's what people do.
Hi Prabhas. Hi. Arjun from Panorama. Congratulations for the promo. I think it's outstanding. My question to you is that we are witnessing, I think, a superb change in a way. That the mainstreaming of South cinema, I think it's a beautiful experience for almost everyone. It's no more considered as regional cinema, and the way, in a way, it's like a benchmark in terms of be it box office, be it technical acumen as well as writing. Do you think this change had to come one with the other because it's truly spectacular?
Yeah, it should come, I feel. Maybe it started with Bahubali or Rajmouli or whatever, but I think it should make an Indian film. It's time, and it has come, I think.
Do you think RadheShyam is one film that can truly go maybe across, because the theme is truly universal.
Yeah, the theme which I select, like I try to make, everybody are trying to make Indian films, north, south, east, west, so tried an Indian, like to make Indian film. But it is an Indian film, it's like love, destiny, faith, everybody believes in it, around the country, around the world also. So, yeah.
Hi Prabhas. Hi Prabhas, this is Ravi from ABP News Channel. After Bahubali, Pushpa became a film which crossed 100 crore mark in northern region in Hindi belt. How do you see the success of Pushpa, which was released recently, which starred Allu Arjun in it? How do you see the success of that?
So like we are getting closer, like we are making Indian films, like yeah. So that's now Bahubali did, then KGF did, now Pushpa. Now we're getting closer to make Indian films more and more. Like maybe a year in future we might release some 50 Indian films. So that's very good sign. We're going to become the world's one of the biggest industries once it happens.
हेलो हाय प्रभास नेहा दिस साइड फ्रॉम मास्टर प्रभास ये इस फिल्म को जो है राजा मौली जो है वो डायरेक्ट किया है उन्होंने एक बाहुबली के सुपर सक्सेस के बाद उनके साथ कोलैबोरेशन उस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे
Yeah, I don't know when Rajamouli does, but definitely we'll do something. And yeah, we are friends, so I can ask him. I don't ask him; he won't tell me. But we had a small plan, but I don't know when it happens. We'll let you know.
Hi, Prabhas, this side, center.
Hi.
This film is kind of different than your films which we have watched. According to you, what do you think? What will attract your audience the most? Is it you being in the film, or is it the story? What will attract the most to your fans?
Any stars, I don't want to talk about any stars, but like any actor or stars, they really, the film runs only because of writer and director. Then only I think in stars or actors can make it bigger, little the openings or something, but the film can run only
for
by story.
RadheShyam trailer launch PBR.
एंड एक डायलॉग है फिल्म में कि प्यार को लेकर आपका प्रेडिक्शन इस बार गलत है वेल कितनी बार ऐसा हुआ है कि प्यार को लेकर आपका प्रेडिक्शन गलत हुआ है रियल लाइफ में
बहुत बार हुआ है, that's why I didn't get married.
एंड पूजा आपसे एक सवाल ये है कि वी नो यू आर वेरी वर्सेटाइल इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्टिंग बट टॉकिंग अबाउट राधेश्याम कितनी वर्सेटाइलिटी आपको दिखाने का मौका मिला है इस फिल्म
I feel like sometimes the script supports you, and I think this time the character has helped me kind of portray another version of myself. You're gonna see a new Pooja, I would say, and it was great that I got to do a commercial film which was a love story where the girl had a very strong character. I had to so I prepped a lot for it. She's fun, she's strong-headed, she's very much a girl of today, even though the film is set in, I would say 80s, 70s, yeah, in that era. So I'm very excited because I hope you'll like what I have done with the role. It has been, like I said, one of my most challenging roles, and such a big scale. I hope you will love it.
Pooja, आपने बोला ज्योतिषी को आपने हाथ दिखाया और उन्होंने कहा आपकी ये बहुत अच्छी है। तो उन्होंने ये भी बताया था कि आपको सिर्फ सुपरस्टार्स के साथ ही काम करना है, प्रभास, सलमान, रणवीर सिंह, और या ये भी बोला कि इसके अलावा आप गंगूबाई काठियावाड़ी जैसे कैरेक्टर्स भी करेंगे।
Sanjay sir, if you're watching this, please give me the chance. But इतनी बुरी बात तो नहीं है, मतलब अगर हम सुपरस्टार्स के साथ काम कर रहे हैं
अच्छी बात है,
अच्छी बात है। I have also not worked with superstars.
शाहरुख के साथ भी करना।
I haven't also, if you look at my filmography, but I think it's now about picking the right scripts for me. I think it's about picking the right characters, and I think that I've reached that stage where I feel like it's I want to be challenged as an actor more than anything. besides doing the commercial films also, which I am. And this is like the perfect amalgamation of both, I would say, because there's a scope for performance and it's a commercial film at the same time. So I hope you like it. And
everybody loves his voice, and I spoke to him and I sent him a letter. So like sweetly he gave the voice, and we're very grateful. So it's a very important dialogue, I think, in the film. It starts with this dialogue and ends with this dialogue. So I'm very grateful. We are all grateful to him giving his voice.
भूषण जी, मेरा सवाल आपसे है। अभी तो सिनेमा के गंगूबाई की बात अच्छे दिन आएंगे, लेकिन मुझे अच्छी तरह से याद है कि जब सूर्यवंशी के बाद कुछ बड़ी फिल्में फ्लॉप हुई, तब आपने एक दूसरे प्रोडक्शन हाउस, बड़े प्रोडक्शन हाउस के साथ डिसीजन लिया था कि आप फिल्में और बनाएंगे। तो उस समय जब सब लोग डिमोरलाइज थे, इवन हम लोग भी एज अ जर्नलिस्ट डिमोरलाइज थे, तब आपको ऐसा कॉन्फिडेंस क्यों था कि आगे अच्छे दिन आएंगे?
सी देखिए, एंटरटेनमेंट इज़ नॉट ओनली लिमिटेड टू OTT पे लिमिटेड नहीं होती है। लोगों को एंटरटेन होने के लिए आई थिंक थिएटर्स कभी हमारी ज़िंदगी से जा नहीं सकते, और उसी का रीज़न और वो एक कॉन्फिडेंस हमें एज टी सीरीज़ और हमारे स्टूडियो में था कि ये थिएटर्स 100% लोग वापस आएंगे और थिएटर्स में एंजॉय करेंगे, बिकॉज थिएटर्स इज़ नॉट ओनली वॉचिंग मूवीज़, इट्स आउटिंग विच आप OTT पे आउटिंग नहीं कर सकते। OTT आप घर पे देखते हैं, तो एक फैमिली का आउटिंग होती है और उसके साथ एंटरटेनमेंट भी होती है। तो वी हैड दैट कॉन्फिडेंस फ्रॉम बिगनिंग, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव प्लान्ड अप ऑल आवर फिल्म्स इन थिएटिकल रिलीज, जो कि कुछ OTT रिलीज हमने भी की थी, बहुत पूरी इंडस्ट्री भी कर रही थी। बट नाउ आई एम वेरी हैप्पी आफ्टर द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ गंगूबाई के अब हमारी फिल्म भी नेक्स्ट आ रही है। वी हैव अ जून रिलीजिंग डे आफ्टर टुमारो, देन वी हैव राधेश्याम। सो आई होप पीपल विल कम टू थिएटर्स एंड एंजॉय द films on a big screen.
हेलो, मेरा नाम आरती सक्सेना है और मेरा सवाल मतलब प्रभास जी से है कि लाइक ज्योतिष विद्या को ना फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में 80% से ज़्यादा लोग मानते हैं, चाहे वो साउथ इंडस्ट्री हो चाहे वो बॉलीवुड। तो लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि कर्म सबसे मेन होते हैं, इम्पॉर्टेंट होते हैं। तो आप लोग कितना बिलीव करते हैं इस पे, और अगर ये सच होता है तो आप लोग कितना काम कर सकते हैं इस पे?
Yeah, I believe in faith, destiny and all, but I never showed hand to anyone. Then Radha told me the story. I thought like, oh, me palmist. I never showed it to anyone. So, but the way it goes, it's between love and destiny, the fight. So, yeah.
Hello Prabha, your center. Rahul here from the Filmy Charcha.